Now, a fire has broken out in the Pretoria CBD. The cause of the fire is not yet clear, but our senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is on the ground for us. He joins us now live with an update as we can see those flames inside that building. Siphamandla, good afternoon. What's happening there? What is this building?
Okay, this is a combination of a residential area as well as a business area in a sense. Behind here is just where people live. This house that you see burning is a residential area. A number of people and families live inside, and in front there are shops that are located in front. So it's a mixed use building, if we can call it that. It houses residents as well as business premises, a number of shops that are here. You will see that fire and rescue services, emergency services from Tshwane. I see 3 trucks here trying to put out the flames. It's been burning for about an hour now. All the way when you are inside the union buildings, you can see that fire. In front of me, as Joe Komane is walking, showing you these visuals, is the building there, Statistics South Africa. Those who know this area will be familiar with it because the building is located just between Statistics South Africa building, which is not on fire. Let me clarify, it's just across where there is fire, and on my right is where you will have the Mampuru prison. So this building has been on fire for about an hour now. Residents trying to grab whatever they can to survive. One lady was telling me earlier on that she had to take her identity document and just run for her life as emergency services are trying to create space and make way to go inside so that they can try and put out the fire that you see that has been burning for the better part of this afternoon, probably an hour or so. Okay, we started seeing this about an hour when we attended that media briefing by presidential spokesperson, that is Vincent Magwenya, at the union buildings. I'm going to ask my colleague Joe Komane to come with me. I'm trying to locate a lady, one of those who saw when the fire started, and she knows people who live inside this building. We've been trying to get hold of the owner, but unfortunately we've been unable to locate the owner of the building. Just to recap for you and our viewers here, this is a mixed-use building housing shops as well as just residents, people who live inside this building. At the back you can see devastation here. People are crying, people are devastated. Let's see if we will be able to. Yebo sanibonani ninjani bakhona abahlala la ngaphakathi inini. We are so sorry for what has happened. Are you able to talk to us nisitshela ukuthi yini kwenze njani? It's okay. We understand that you are devastated, but they are saying that they live inside this building here. They are crying, seeing their home being, up in fire and smoke. And I'm trying to. My brother, what really happened? Do you live inside here?
No, I do not live.
It's fine. I'll hold it for you.
I do not live inside here, man, but this fire is contagious, man. It's gonna go all over land.
What happened? What did you see? When did it start?
Man, when I come from townside, I just saw smoke in the air, so I will just come here to assist. So for now, I cannot give you any.
What I hear that they said it start from this side, going that side, nah? And I don't know. You know, was small children, nah? There was playing with something we don't know, but by the end of the day we will hear because and yeah.
Okay, Baba, thank you very much. Okay, sure, thank you very much. Let's see if we can take a walk here. I saw a gentleman, or rather a lady. Sorry, my brother, just sorry. I saw a lady on the other side. It's okay. Sorry, my brother. Sorry about that. Let's walk across there, Joe. I saw that lady over there. She will be able to talk to us and tell us what really happened. What did she see, or what she was told really happened. The people you see here, some of them are tenants. They live inside this building. Some of them are shop owners. We'll just try and talk to some who saw what really happened. Sanibonani. Ngiyaxolisa ukuniphazamisa sisi awusilandisa ukuthi kwenzekeni ungitshelile earlier on ukuthi kunabantu abahlala la obaziyo uboneni wena ngesikhathi ubuya empangelweni.
Mina bhuti ngibona ugcina khawuze wena muntu ubukhona eqaleni.
Akeze ugcina.
Yiza
kodwa ke mawusilandise mina.
Mina bhuti ngiphume emsebenzini sekuqhuma klavu ane. So manifika ndabona ba kuyatsha but ke akho umuntu ulimeleyo ngapha emikhukhuni sizamile ukhupha izinto abantu ngapha endlini akho nomnye ukhuphileyo bathi ngomlilo uqale kule camera kalomfana responsible for apha yadini.
Asikhulume nogcina gcina kunjani nduna awusilandisa ukuthi uboneni wena kwenzekeni ngesikhathi kuqala lo mlilo.
Hey bafana manje ngitshela bangabhozi bengibuye bossman mangivela so ekhoneni ngibona intuthu lephezulu so ngiyagijima ngifika mara umlilo wakhona bathi uqale la kule room le la ngaphakathi yalimazi flop la ngaphakathi akho no you1 ukhiphe anything zonke zithile abanye basemsebenzini abazi next ukuthi kenza kana
bangaka abantu abahlala la ngaphakathi uyazi
ngaphakathi 1 2 3 4 by 4
yeah
by 4 ngaphakathi
so no one was injured akekho owenzakala
ke khona bonke bebengeke akho umuntu olimele.
No one was inside.
No one was inside.
Mhlambi meke fana nalena nje ikuphatha njani ubona abantu sebengondi ngasithebeni bazolala bazoweza.
Hey ibhlungu ubona umkhukhu wami nangiya. I was fighting just ukuthi nje ungafika emkhukhwini into bengilwela nje ukuthi at least sala ubona ubuye emsebenzini ubuye ngala next. Ibhlungu dayini.
Ibizwa ngani le ndawo ugcina umuntu ongazi?
Salva Cop. Bathi Salva Cop indawo.
Okay. So la ngaphakathi kuhlala abantu abahlala endlini bese kuba nezitolo lapha ngaphakathi.
Yeah, isitolo si1 this.
Okay.
And then kunabantu abahlala ngaphakathi abayi4. Then kuyithi ngasemikhukhwini ngasemuva. Mara at least ayifika ngemikhukhwini.
Okay. Okay, baba. Thank you very much. What asicela uphinde usiphe igama lakho nefani.
Gcina Damane.
Okay, baba. Thank you very much. Gcina Damane, they're telling us that well there was there was no person inside when the fire started. According to what he knows, he says there was no one inside. They just saw the smoke, and most of the people who live inside this building, which is a residential area, a house, and there are shops in front. He says most of them are still at work. They are not back yet. And also behind you can see there are some structures, some houses that have been built at the back where some people live. The gentleman we just spoke to telling us that his house is also located at the back, that he was trying hard to save whatever he could to prevent the fire from spreading. As we'll take a walk just to go back there, or Jokomane will speak with those visuals of the firefighters. Ngicela usondele futhi siswami siqhubeke sithethe nawe uthe wena bakhona obaziyo abahlala apha ngaphakathi balahlekelwe intoni ngizuthi nawe uthathe iID yakho noma ungafikanga kuwena umlilo. Yeah.
Hayi bhuti andifuna uxoka bonke abalapha endlini akho nenye into abayikhuphileyo bangabo nje kule ndawo bakuyo akho nenye into esiyikhuphileyo apha ngaphakathi endlini.
Mhlawumbe njengamanje uncedo abazolidinga abantu abahlala lapha iluphi mawubheka ngoba indawo yokuhlala ayikho.
Okwendawo lala bhuti umphefumulo womuntu uza kuqala. Okwendawo lala okontwetya. Babe nendawo lala because thina ke ehlisi ke siseyifanyana but andazi noba ngenxa yomsike sizawukhona na ke ulala ngaphakathi but okwendawo lala.
Okay. Inkosi siyabulela kakhulu my sister. Basically the lady telling me that the most urgent need right now for those who used to occupy this house that is burning is just to get a shelter for this evening. Earlier on you saw people in tears there when Jokomane was showing you those visuals. Let me stress that the reports that we are getting is that there was no one inside, there are no injuries at this stage. It's just the structure that is on fire, and some people have been able to take and grab whatever they can in terms of belongings, particularly important documents such as IDs and other stuff that they need, but the majority of the stuff is still burning inside, and they are hoping that at least they will be able to retrieve some of it once the fire services and the emergency services are done with their operation of trying to put out these fires that you see here. Look at the belongings of people that are outside here. They've been trying to take whatever they can in order to run for their lives. Those who were within the vicinity, who were helping out, because the majority of those who live here are still at work. Those who've been assisting in taking out all the stuff that you see here are those who are neighbors who are trying to help, so that when people come back from work and school, at least they will be able to get some things here. I'm trying to see if we will be able to talk to some of the people, but inside the fire services personnel are still busy with their operation because the fire is still on, so they are still trying to ensure that this fire is put off, and then later then they will be able to assess the damage. We are hoping that local authorities will also come and assist those who are in urgent need here, because issues of shelter, food and other stuff will be essential for the victims of this fire here in Pretoria.
Yes, Siphamandla, that fire does not seem to be getting doused anytime soon, but I see the firemen with the visuals they were getting from Joe Komane, the cameraman who's with you, that they've now gone inside, and then that looks like the opening to a shop. As you said, it's a mixed-used installation where you are at, but from what you have seen and heard so far, there's been no injuries at all as far as you've been informed.
That is correct. No injuries. According to eyewitnesses, they've told us that there was no one inside, even though it's suspected where the fire started in one of the bedrooms. But they say all those who live here, who occupy this building, were not around when the fire started. Of course, in such instances and in such situations, you will get conflicting reports. But what will come as a relief to many South Africans who are watching is that there's been no injuries, no reports of injuries at this stage. That will be a huge relief. If you take into account the amount of the damage, the fire, you can see the extent of the damage that this building has suffered here. You can see the flames, the smoke still up. It will take a bit of time to effectively and successfully deal with this fire. So for now, it will be a relief that there have been no injuries reported, even though we are still trying to locate the owner of the house and those who live inside this house, and also those who were running shops in front of this building that is on fire. Even onlookers here are still shocked as to what they are witnessing, because if you are in union buildings, you will see the smoke, from the Pretoria CBD. You will see that something is not right. What actually attracted us to this site is the smoke that we saw when we left the union buildings after attending that press briefing by the presidential spokesperson, Mr. Vincent Magwenya. So just to recap, no injuries at this stage. Police and emergency services are on site trying to assist in putting out this fire.
Yeah, and from the visuals you're bringing us, Siphamandla, it looks like the fire brigade is there. They are managing somehow to keep the fire from spreading into the neighborhood. It's affecting this very building there, that very complex, which is a mixed use complex with a shop plus a residence. So we don't even know yet how many families would be left homeless by this fire.
At this stage, we do not know how many families will be left homeless by this fire, but it's a number of families that, if you look at their belongings that have been removed by the neighbors and by those who were assisting there, you will tell that it's quite a number of families that are affected. So at the back of the main building are other structures that are here. Firefighters are trying to prevent this fire from spreading across to try and save whatever structures are remaining at the back. You can see that there are houses where people live here. So imagine if this fire were to spread and come to these other establishments, or rather these other houses that are at the back. That will be very devastating. More people will be left homeless. So for now, the priority in terms of firefighters is to contain this fire from spreading across, while they are trying to deal with the main building to put out that fire from the main building, so that at least they will be able to get inside and retrieve whatever they can be able to retrieve. Let me see if we can walk inside here, if Joe Komane is able to do that, if he's capable of doing that without necessarily putting him into danger. Let's see if we can access here. So this is what is happening at the back here. Firefighters are trying to prevent this fire from spreading to these other houses that you see here. You will notice that most of these houses here, they've got locks on. Simply put, it means that people who live here are not around. They have locked their houses, they have gone to work, and you can see that if this fire were to spread, they will not be able to take anything out of what is happening here. Let me see, try and get this gentleman. Baba kunjani? What really happened here? Mhlambi makancane ke phenduka kubheke ngakimina. What happened baba? Usiphe igama lakho nesibongo.
Igama mpise ekhaya kwaZini. Umlilo uqale la emuva. Umlilo mawuqala la emuva umuntu uyasibiza kanti kusha angazi ukuthi fridge or yini. Bese kusa ngapha wasewuphumela ngale mara ngapha izinto sesizikhiphile la ngaphandle endlini.
Abahlala lapha bebengekho basemsebenzini.
Bebekhona bangapha ya bathi baye town. Baye town.
Mhlambe bekunjani ukuthi nizama ukukhipha izinto ingozi binganani umlilo bungana?
Bungekabi komkhulu this side. Bomkhulu that other side.
I see now ama firefighters are helping you here to try and prevent umlilo from coming.
Even ngathi useka khona ongenile ngaphakathi.
Mhlambe isimo esinje sikuphatha kanjani ukubona abantu beshelwa izindlu nebantu?
Kunomagogo khona ohlala la kule phandle. Namanje bebafuna amaphilisi wakhe abawaboni ngoba bawakhuphe nezinto zakhe.
Bangaka abantu bazi abahlala la?
La I think there are 5 inside the house. And then outside I'm not sure, but on that side it's only 2 guys that are staying that side. Phakathi endlini.
Owner yendlu
uselimpopo. Uselimpopo time.
Now, in terms of a response by our firefighters, when we got here, we saw that
very late. Sorry, we even struggled with water. It was very late. We were late. We even struggled with the pipes. The pipe pilanga, Siphamandla Goge. Okay,
the gentleman there saying he's helping out firefighters here as he's busy manning the ladder as they are busy trying to put out this fire. So we will walk back now and try to show you the outside of this building and the amount of damage, the extent of damage, but also most importantly, resident staff that has been removed by the neighbors who were helping those who are not around to take their stuff out. And I guess it will be a situation whereby people come back from work, they will be met by this building that has been engulfed and destroyed by a raging fire, which firemen and firefighters are trying hard to put out for now. It's too noisy this side, but we'll try and walk around this emergency services truck from the city of Tshwane here. Police from the Pretoria Central are also around to try and help, and statistically they will be collecting the information here, gathering how many families have been affected by this, and I guess they will have to register a docket of an inquest of some sort to try and investigate the cause of this fire, because right now you can tell that it's too early to tell what happened, but police will have to investigate at some point what caused the fire. Lucky enough, and thank God, no one was injured at this stage.
Yeah, and people's belongings, those that could be saved, Siphamandla, have been taken and put on the pavement there in front of that building, and there's a crowd that has gathered there. It's still early, as you say, to understand or get to know what caused the fire and how did this fire start. But from that gentleman you spoke to there, by the time the firefighters got there, the fire had spread from one area to another, hence the fear and the concern that it could spread even further. But just in case a viewer has just joined us, for our viewers, just to locate this place in terms of well-known landmarks where you are, where exactly is this mixed-use building of both a shop and the residence? And as we can see, those belongings there of the people that had to be moved out quickly.
It's located between a building that houses Statistics South Africa and the Kgosi Mampuru prison in Pretoria, just outside Pretoria CBD, not far away from the CBD in Pretoria. But you can see the smoke and the fire all the way from the Union buildings, and that's where we spotted this fire. When we were leaving the Union buildings, we saw that something was unusual. There was smoke all over Pretoria, and we said, let's just take a drive and check what is happening. And of course, we found that this building was on fire, people trying to get whatever they can to get out, or rather to remove whatever they can. And you can see now the staff clothes and the furniture getting wet simply because firefighters are using water, of course, to put out this fire. And you can see in front of this building there are shops here. Some stock had to be taken out, had to be removed in order to try and save whatever you can save so that it does not get damaged by this raging fire. And also it's not safe to go inside this building, so owners of these shops that are located in front of this mixed use building had to take whatever they can. Others were taking clothes, others were taking food. You can see onions here, carrot, tomatoes, and pumpkins, cabbages. You can tell that from now on it will take a bit of time for people to recover from this, whether residents who live here or shop owners who use this as their place to trade, because right now it appears to me, even though I'm no expert, but it appears that it will take a bit of time to fix this building. Investigations have to be carried out. The entire rooftop of this building looks damaged to me, and we will walk around and see if we'll be able to catch a glimpse of what firefighters are doing inside. But that has been the situation here in Pretoria. It looks like it will take some time to be able to deal with this fire. At least firefighters are trying to prevent it from spreading across to the back where there are other units that are located there. But the main building has been gutted.